So how high can he dive?
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Dreamstar Toys Highdive. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Right up front here, we have a nice image of Highdive. His name is Highdive. Up top, we have Highdive. On the bottom, we have Highdive. On this side, Highdive. On the other side, Highdive. On the back of the box, obligatory product shots, this, that, the other things and stuff. You got some QR codes, scan them if you want to, and that's basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have Highdive, and this is the next component of Dreamstar Toys Superion, and this is their take on Skydive. Now, first and foremost, I want to say a big thank you to the good people at Bumblebee.net who sent this out my way to take a look at. Thank you very much. You guys rock. But yes, here is Highdive in his robot mode. He is packed in robot mode, and just like I said with Slingshoot, I really dig the designs of these guys. Very stylized, but very cool looking in my opinion. But let's get in close here so we can take a look not at his abs, but at his noggin. There's the noggin. It's a very nicely done head sculpt, in my opinion. Lots of silver to be had here. That's going to be the overall color scheme for this Superion. Just lots of silver, but you get some nice dark gray in there as well. Get some metallic red on the chest, also some tamper-graphed detail. You got some transparent plastic right here on the shoulders as well. Kind of a blue transparent plastic. You also get some red, you get some gold in there as well. I like this little detail. They still gave him his lightning bolts. They're right there on his waist. Appreciate that. But you get a little bit red there on the legs, the gold going down, and his big old feet. And moving up the back of the legs. Pretty clean. Now the backpack itself, you can see, I mean, the wings are kind of folded up as best as they can. Looks not as neat, a little sloppy. You know, the cockpit being back here is the typical aerial bot backpack, but you know, the wings, not the neatest thing in the world, but they made it compact up as best they could. But overall, I think the overall design, again, is really, really cool with these aerial bots. Now, articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint, so you get lots of wiggly-waggly. You can get a good squirrel going on. Head can move down. The head itself is on a hinge. You can kind of move it forward. That's more for transformation, but you can use it if you want to use it. Arms can do a full 360. They can move in and out. You have two shoulder pieces here. You have this little piece that comes down. So that'll move up. You can move that back down if you need to. There's no forward and back. You do have bicep rotation. You have a double jointed elbow, so you have nice full range of movement. The hands can rotate at the wrist. You have the outward movement as well. The hands are fully posable. The thumb's on a ball joint at the base, and you have two hinges to work with there at the thumb. Each finger is on a ball joint at the base. Then you have a hinge here and a hinge here. So you have nice full range of movement there on the fingers. You do have waist rotation. It's a bit stiff on my copy, but he does have waist rotation. You do get a little bit of an ab crunch here. You also get side-to-side movement as well. You can move these little pieces out of the way here. Legs can go forward that far, back, that far, outward. He can do the full splits. You got thigh rotation. You have a double jointed knee, but as you engage that second joint, things can kind of start to come undone, so you kind of have to be careful there. But you can get a bit over 90 degrees. You can see how all this moves along with it, which is pretty cool. So you got that going on. As far as the feet go, you don't want things to come apart on you. As far as the feet go, they can move up if you kind of unclip things. The feet can't move up. They can move down. You do have tiltage, and again, if you untab the foot from the slot here, you do have rotation as well. Now, as far as accessories go, you do get the display base, which is the same base as Slingshoot, just the wedge going on there. You do have the light at the bottom. I'll show that off in a little bit. You have the posable arm. Now, the plastic on mine, I don't know if you can tell, but looks a little a little on the yellowy side. Yeah, it's not too pretty, but you got that. And again, you have these pieces here, just like on sling shoots. You can swing these out, so you can connect the bases and just have a big circle of aerial bots as it is completed, and I'll show that off a bit later. I'll show that off probably when I have all 5 of them. I'll show off just the whole pizza pie of aerial bots. But you got the base here. You do get 2 separate attachments. You get this attachment here, which is for robot mode, and you get this attachment here, which is for jet mode. So you can just plug this in, and this will just peg right into his booty. And there you go. He now has a place to stand. Nice and firm. You also get 2 blasters here. They are exactly the same. And you just get the nice silver there for the barrel. Some gold as well. This section can rotate around to reveal a missile. You can use that for jet mode or for robot mode. If you want him holding it like this, you can totally do so as well. And they can just peg right into his hands. The typical tab in the slot of the palm method of weapon holding. You can just plug that in like so, and like so. So, there we go. And you can pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang, and all of that good stuff right there. Now to talk a little bit more about the base, you do have storage for your weapons. Right here, if you wish, you can plug them on either way, depending on how you have things oriented. And of course, the arm has 2 places for it to be mounted, so you can do whatever you want there. But you also have the light up feature, and this works via a magnet that is on the gun. The magnet seems to be more towards the missile side, so all you have to do is just tap it, and boop, and you get a nice blue LED that goes off, and just tap it again. Boop, you just boop it. You just boop it, and it will turn on and off. Now, to install the batteries, you have to unpeg this whole section here, and you just want to remove this cap, this little silver piece, and then you want to undo this screw, take this apart, and that will give you access to the battery compartment. This takes 3 SR571s. The batteries were already installed in mine, but if you don't already have batteries in it, it takes 3 SR521s. So that's what you will need, and then you can boop, and there you go. You have lights! And you also have lights in his eyes. Now, the battery compartment is right back here. This section right here just slides right out. That gives you access to the battery compartment. This will take 2 SR521 batteries, and it works the same way. You just take the gun and boop. Come on, boop. I said boop, boop. There we go. You boop him on the nose, and his eyes will glow a nice bright blue. And since I promised to show this off because I didn't have batteries before for sling shoots, here's sling shoot's eyes. Yep, boop him. And there you go. His eyes glow. Hey, nice. Looks kind of gold. Looks quite nice. So you get some gold eyes, you get some blue eyes, you get some nice shiny eyes here for your aerial bots. So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here he is with the Zeta Toys Skydive, so you can see how that works out. And here he is with G1 Skydive, because he's precious, oh, so precious. Oh, he's looking at me just a baby. Oh, here he is with Masterpiece Starscream. Here he is with MPM Optimus Prime, because again, I think these guys would work perfectly as like MPM aerial bots, just my opinion. And here he is with Slingshot, so we can see how the team is starting to shape up, and they look very, very good together. So much silver, but it looks so good, so there you go. So that is basically it for the robot mode, so let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's! So, to get him into jet mode, we're going to start off with the arms here. You want to come here to the sides, and you want to untab these 2 sections here. Just untab that on this side, untab this on the other side. That will allow you to take this entire assembly here, hand and all, and extend that forward. These bits are just going to rotate to the back like this, open up like so you can bring them up and over, and all this will enclose around the hand like so. There are also tabs right up under here as well that you have to just get lined up. Get all that nice and exposing, and that's how you want that looking. Then you just take this and just slide that up. You got that good to go. There's a little silver panel here. Just flip that out. Then you want to rotate the arm outward and just bring the arm up like that. And you're good to go. Second verse, guess what? Just like the first. So just undo these panels here on the sides. Extend all of this out. Just kind of bring this down. Swing these to the back. Bring this up. And again, just enclose that hand in that. Make sure it's all tabbed in. Again, slide that up. Bring out that little silver panel here. Rotate the arm out. Bring all that up, and there you have that going on. So we're pretty much done with the arms, for now anyway. Then we're going to come back here to the backpack. These sections right here, tab into the sides of that cockpit, just undo that. They just want to lift the cockpit up just a little bit because the tab's into the top here. Just bring that down, just let that hang there for now. So now that we've done that, we can come to the chestial region, and we got some work to do here. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a hold of these panels here, bring them up, and this, sometimes they don't want to cooperate. Come on. Sometimes they do get stuck, and there's nowhere to really kind of get in and get a good hold of anything, so you might need something with a point just to kind of get into this little opening here, just so you can pop that up. There we go. You may need a little help with a tool, but bring that up like so. Then you could bring this down. Now, there's kind of a lot going on in this chest region, but we'll get through it. So, you want to come here to these panels also, and these panels actually plug on top of these panels here. So make sure you just kind of undo everything and undo that, and then you can just kind of bring all this up. Kind of get the shoulders out of the way. So bring all this up. Bring this down. This little bit here, you want this down. You want this to stay down. You want to then flip out this section here. Like so. Now you have the landing gear in here. What you want to do with the landing gear is you want to just kind of fold it up like that on that hinge, and then just feed it through that opening and just pop it out the other side. Like that. Just bring that down, and that will just chill out there for now. So once you've done that, again, just kind of bring the shoulders down, get them out of the way. You can take the head, just kind of bring it down. You want to turn the head sideways, like that, and then you can close these panels up, and then you can come here and close this back up. Just get everything situated here. There we go. Close that back up, and then close these panels back up, and then you can bring all of this up. That will sit right there, and you can then just kind of bring that down. So once you've done that, you can kind of bring this up, bring that landing gear down. You want to take these panels here. They're on a double hinge, so just kind of orient them properly. Get that tab together, bring that down, and that will look like that. You can just kind of bring that up, and you're good to go. So bring these arms up, get them out of the way, because we got some work to do here on the abular region. So you want to come here, bring down this little section, and then flip out this little bit here. You're going to grab this, pull all of this out. It's 3 panels that are like accordioned in on themselves. So pull all this out, like so, and you want to raise this top one up, and there are, oops, this little panel loves to pop off on mine. Loves to pop off. It goes right here. That one loves to pop off on my copy. But anyway, this panel right here, there are little tabs that are going to go into these slots right here in the shoulders. Just bring that up, and that will tab in on the one side and tab in on the other side, like that. Once you've done that, you just extend these sections down. You want to bring this up. You can see there's kind of a little cutout for it. So you're going to bring this up and just line all of this up like so. You can see there's a little tab that goes into the slot right up in there. And in my experience, unless I'm just doing something wrong, you're not going to get this like perfectly straight, but you'll get it straight enough. So it could just be doing something wrong, or it's just a problem with the figure. I don't know. I could just be doing something wrong, but that's pretty much ever as straight as I can get it. But you want it looking roundabouts like that. So once you've done that, we can, well, now we can work on the legs. So we have to get, actually no, before we work on the legs, we can actually get the cockpit situated here. You can bring these out, and you want to come down here first, and you have these two panels here. Now you want to push this panel in a bit, just so you can swing this one out, and then swing this one out, and you have a tab that's going to go into a slot right here. So you're having to kind of like pry these two panels apart. Not a big fan of that, but you got to do it. There you go. And you get that tab together like so. That should stay up. So you got that looking like that. So once you have done that, you have, as we rise, you have this section here is on a double hinge. So just straighten all of this out. Like so. And then all of this will come up and over like that, and you have these two tabs on either side which will go into these two slots right in here. So just get that up and over, and that should just pop itself into place. There you go. Just push that in like that, and once you've done that, this panel right here, you can see there are tabs and slots for it right there. That'll just raise up, tab in right there, and there you go. You got all that situated there. So now that we've done that, now we'll work on the legs. So what we're going to do here is, I need a little bit more room to work here. There we go. So bring the legs out far. Then you're going to take this section here, swing it in. You're going to rotate it up halfway just so you can get this landing gear up and out. You can bring this up and swing that around like that. Once you have done that, you can bring this fin up. You can untab all of this. Get your arm out of the way. Bring this up. You have this panel right here, which will untab and just swing in like that. Then this section will swing in. All of this is going to rotate over to the back like so. Then you want to untab this fin here, and then you want to take the tail fin here. You just kind of want to rotate it halfway, bring it up, and then situate it in place like that. Flip this piece up, and this has a tab slot connection right here. Just line that up, and that will tab right into place, like so. So once you have done that, leave that where it is, we're going to work on the foot. So you just take his toe, compress that in, flip in the heel, untab this, and flip all of this in, like so. Untab the foot itself from here, rotate it in. It's on a slider, so you just want to slide it up, and then just collapse it in, and that will sit there like that. And this tail fin, you can see there's a little notch right there for that tab. Just bring that down, untab this bit, and flip that out. And there you go. You got a side all done. Second verse, guess what? Just like the first. And once you have both sides done, you want to come here to his crotch and take this panel and bring it down. And once you've done that, you just take the two halves and they will connect together via tabs and slots and posts and ports. And you just snap it all together. Oh, nice and secure like. Let's get that all tabbed in. Boom. There we go. Get that all tabbed together. Get that thruster tabbed together. I do always end up, at least on my copy anyway, I always end up with a gap here. I can never get that totally closed up. I don't know why. But you can just kind of bring his landing gear down. So I'm sitting, flush with everything. But yeah, I can never get that totally closed up no matter what I do, so I don't know. Could be I'm doing something wrong, could just be an issue with the figure, just the issue with the design, don't know. But that is how you want the back looking. So now we can get some other things situated here. So now we can bring these arms down. So what's going to happen is you have this little tab right here. It's going to go into a slot right here in his thigh. So just line that up. And that will just drop in right there like so. And then this panel will tab in right here into the top of his thigh. Just tab that in. You can kind of move the hip skirts out of the way. Tab that in. Just make sure that shoulder pad is pushed all the way in. And there you go. Same thing the other side. Just tab that in. Make sure that is lined up. There we go. Plug it in, plug it in. And you kind of just get this out of the way. And plug it in, plug it in. There you go. And just make sure that those shoulder pads are kind of squared off there. And everything is sitting just right. There you go. And that's how you want that looking right there. So we're pretty much at the home stretch here. Now we just have to get the wings situated. So what we're going to do is we just have a lot of stuff here to unfold. So bring this little section out. You want to bring this panel down, swing this out, make sure that all this is sitting flush like that, and just leave that hanging out there for now. Then this section of the wing will untab, come down, rotate around like so. You want to untab this section as well. You want to bring this little panel up, and you're just going to bring all this up and just swing all this around like that. And then just, whoops, you don't want that to happen. That's the first time that's happened. Because the camera's on. Swing this under the missile here. Oh my lord, my lord. Again, everything goes wrong when the camera's on. Swing this under this missile. If the hinge will stay together. There we go. Get that together like that. And then just rotate that missile down. And then just kind of leave that just kind of hanging out for now. We're not going to get that situated just yet because we have to do the other side. So again, untab all this, swing this down, rotate this panel out. Again, make sure all of this is sitting flush like so. And again, just rotate the wing up. And you can just swing it out, bring that up, bring it up. And swing all this around and over. Again, just be mindful of where everything is going. Oops, I had this. This is the one that always pops off, and I put it on the wrong way. I put it on backwards. That was my bad. There we go. I was like, why is it not clearing? That's why, because it's on backwards, dum-dum. There we go. Get that all up and out of the way, swing that under, that will just tab in right under there. You can rotate that missile down, and there we go. So now we have these two panels here. You want to get this panel in place first. So this little tab that's going to sit over right here. Let's just bring that up and over, and also tab in right here. So just push that down, and there you go. Now you just do the same thing on the other side, just bring that up and over. There's a little hook tab that's going to hook over right here. And that's why you want to do this side first. And tab that in like so. You also have these panels here which are going to plug into the backs of the shoulders. You just kind of bring those down and plug all that in on either side. Like that. Get all that situated right there. So now we can square up the wings here. So the wings are just going to flatten out. And then just going to tab together here. This panel will come down. There's a little hook tab that's just going to go over right there. You can pretty much feel it. And then this will tab in right up there, like that. And you're good to go. Same thing on the other side. Just bring that up. That will tab into place. Bring that down, tab that in, get everything set and flush, put that in like that, and this panel loves to pop off on me. Loves it, loves it, loves it. There we go. And you got the wings situated. And the last thing to do is we just need to take these sections here. You can see this tab. You want to rotate this section so the tab is facing in, and there's a slot for it right here. So just line that up, plug it in, like so. And again, just rotate that and plug it in, like that. Let's get your landing gears squared up. And are we done? Yes, we're done. Woo, we're done. And there you go. There you have Highdive in his jet mode. That's the best spin I'm going to give him. That's it. But there we go. There he is in his jet mode. And yeah, the transformation is a little tedious, just a lot of panels to line up. Just, you know, it can get a little tedious, can get a little annoying, especially when panels are popping off. So that's not the most fun. But once you get it all together, it does look quite good. I do quite like the look of this jet. And we will get in close. First, we have to rise before we get in close. Take a look at the details here. You got some nice red, nice, slightly tinted transparent cockpit section here. You can open this up and see the seat in there. Quite nice. And again, a whole lot of silver. So much silver. You can see that. Get some tamper-graphed details there. Some more red. Big old thruster there. Got some silver in the back as well. Yeah, there is the top. There is the bottom. He can roll, kinda, as rolling things should. I don't know if he's rolling so much as sliding, but the wheels do roll. But I don't know if he's really rolling or sliding. The jury's still out. And for comparison, here he is with the Masterpiece Seeker mold. Here he is with the Zeta Toys Skydive. And here he is with G1 Skydive, because precious, oh, so precious, whoosh. And here he is with Slingshots. You can see how the team is coming along, and they look quite good together, so there you go. Now, as far as weapon storage in jet mode, yes, you can. You really can. You're just going to flip up the handles and then rotate the barrel out to expose the missile. Just do that on both. And you have these little posts right here, which are going to go into these little ports right here on the wings. And you just plug these on either side. Like that. Just plug it in, and plug it in, and there you go. You have your weapon storage right there, and that looks quite cool. Of course, you can use the display base as well. And again, you're going to be using this attachment here. Now, you want these little hooks facing forward. And you're just going to plug that in right there, and that's going to tab into these two slots right here. And it is quite tight. It does give you some resistance, but granted, you would offer resistance too if somebody was trying to jab something into your crotch, so understandable. But there you go. You have a nice flight stand for Highdive here, and that makes for a very nice display. So that is basically it for the jet mode, so let's get down to transformation again, shall we? There we go, we got a better spin. So now we are going to go into combine mode. And to do so, we can untab these sections here if they didn't already do it for you. This connection is not the best because this slot is pretty shallow, so it's pretty easy to kind of knock these off. So that connection could have been a bit better, but it is what it is. But we're going to undo that, bring those down, get them out of the way, and we're going to get the wings somewhat situated here. So just bring this up, undo all of this here, tab all this, and you're going to just swing this panel down again so you can rotate all this around, bring that up and over like that. bring that down, and just use that hinge, get that down and out of your way. Same thing on the other side, just bring that up, bring that down, undo all of this here, bring that up and over, and swing all that. That panel's going to fall off because it always does. I hate you, panel. I hate you so much, so very much. Again, this could just be my copy, so you know, it happens, but bring this down, get that out of the way, and now you're going to undo these sections here, so just pop that up, rotate this panel in, like so, and just swing that up. Same thing here, just undo, bring that out, swing that up, and just get all that out of the way so you can rotate all of this up. So once you have done that, we're going to do a lot of untabbing of things just to free up the arms. So you want to undo these. Again, you can bring these crotch panels out. Undo these. Get all that out of the way. Like so. Undo these panels here, which are also popped into the shoulders. So bring those up. Get all that out of the way so you can get these arms out. You need the arms out so that we can split the legs. So legs, what we're pretty much doing with the legs is we're pretty much going into robot mode with the legs. So you want to bring the legs out, take this crotch panel, bring that back up. So what we're going to do here is we're going to just fold this up, just bring that up, untab all of this, like so, bring that up, bring this out, flip this little panel back out. You want to bring this down. We're going to swing this over. That will peg in right there. Get that situated. And that will peg in right there. Lock that into place. Make sure that this is all the way back and tabbed in. This will come up and over. This will swing in. That will tab in right there like that. You want to take the landing gear and just kind of fold that up. You may need to get this out of the way like that. Just bring that up and just fold that in like so. And just bring that back up and over. And that will sit right there. This tail fin here, you just want to kind of rotate it and just bring it up so it's just sitting flush with this section like that. So it's now angled back, then you can tab that in right there. And there you go. We got that side all done, and second verse is just like the first. And once you have both sides done, now you're just going to connect it all back together. Just like it was before, just peg everything in, tab everything in, get everything as nice and squozen as possible. Again, I always end up with that gap there. Nothing, just seems like there's nothing I can do about that. It just won't close up. I don't know why, but there you go. You got that looking like that. So once you have that going on, we now want to, I can usually get this to stand. Yay, there we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on the belly region here, the abular region. So we're going to just open all this up. Just bring this down. Bring that down. Fold this little bit up. And we're basically going to untab all this, bring it down, and we're just going to accordion all of this back up, accordion all of this back up, and all this will get pushed to the back, like so, and that will just sit right in there. Once you have done that, you can take the arms, you can bring them right back down to where they were, and just tab everything back in. Plug it in, and tab all that in like that. Make sure you bring those shoulder pads in like that. And again, just bring all that in, tab it in, and tab that in there, like so. Again, make sure the shoulder pads are pushed all the way in, like that. There we go. So we got that looking like that. So now we need to come up here and Untab this little panel. Bring that down. Just want to untab all of this. Give it a wiggle wiggle. Unclip it. And this is just going to drop down. This little panel will come down and fill in that gap. And this is basically just going to hang down like that. That's its purpose here in the combine mode. So now we can work on all of this right here, because we got work to do here. So I need to open this up, bring this up, open this up. You have double hinges here, so make sure you use them. Bring those out. Bring this down. You want to take the landing gear, fold it up, and feed it up through that opening, and bring that down like that. Once you've done that, you want to take the landing gear and rotate it to the side. So it's sitting there like that. And now we're going to just collapse all of this down like so. Make sure that landing gear is also as far down as it can go. And you have these panels here on either side, which are going to tab in right here into the front of the shoulders. So if you have everything just right, there we go. There. That's a bit of an ordeal to get that tabbed in, but there we go. Bring that down. That can just sit right there. And all that just basically sits like that. And again, these panels just kind of pop into the backs of the shoulders. So make sure you get all that situated right there, like so. And you got that looking like that. So now we have to do a little bit of work. With these bits here, there's a lot to do here, in case you haven't noticed. So what you're going to do here is you're going to take this section here, rotate it up. There's a hinge here. You want to bend this up at this hinge, right here. And then this will tab into the back of the forearm, right in here. Just line that up, and that will just tab right in, like that. Get everything situated. And that's how you want that looking right there. So you're going to do the same thing on the other side. On mine, this hinge is pretty tight. Yeah. Come on. There we go. So bring that up, rotate all that around, and that should just tab right in, like so. And there you have it. So once you have that all done, all situated and whatnot, last thing to do is to basically just square up the wings. Now you're not going to stand for me, are you? You'll stand. Okay, you won't. But now we're going to... Transformation is a little annoying. Not one of those transformations, but just it's kind of annoying. So now here's the thing with the wings. I've seen official photography with the wings in two different ways. I've seen them with the wings down like this, and I've seen them with the wings up. Again, I've seen official photography from the company with the wings in both positions. The picture on the box has the wings up. The picture in the instructions have the wings down, so I don't even think they know which way it's supposed to go. I don't know. Are they just saying, hey, you have the option, option's good, you know, whatever. I'm not sure, but I'm going to do it with the wings up. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring, that panel's going to fall off again. This panel is, you want this panel facing inward, like so. And this will come down. Now, there is a little tab slot connection here. There's a tab. You're not using this tab. You're using the one that's further in. And that's going to tab in there. If I can find it. It's there. There we go. You got to tab that in there. And then this will just come forward like that. And sit like that. So you can do the same thing. So bring that up. Bring that over. And again, just kind of rotate all this down, get that sitting in, and tab it in there, flip that forward. There we go. You can have them sitting like that, or again with the wings down so the missiles are sitting, you know, around the ankles. But that, my friends, is basically it. There is Highdive in his combine mode, and that is a Shin. That is a Shin mode, if I ever saw a Shin mode. And again, the transformation to get there is not the smoothest. It's pretty fiddly, but you get there. And for comparison, here it is with the Zeta and the G1 in leg mode. Precious! But just so you can see how that works out. So, there you go. So there you have Highdive, and yeah, this one's a bit of a mixed bag. Again, love the design. The robot mode looks great, the jet mode looks great, combined mode looks awesome as well. The transformation is not the smoothest, it's pretty fiddly, it's just a lot of panels, and just a lot of stuff to fiddle around with. It's not one of those transformations, but it has a high amount of fiddle factor, and it can get a bit tedious just trying to navigate all these panels and all these tabs and all these little things you have to get lined up just right. You know, it can become a bit of a chore. So definitely not the smoothest transformation. Slingshoot's transformation was actually a lot better than this one. Hopefully it doesn't get worse as the series goes. I hope Highdive is the exception, not the rule, but, you know, we have to see how they do Silverbolt, so we'll see how that goes when that figure comes out. But, so not the smoothest transformation, but yet still looks amazing, and the team looks, the team so far anyway, they look great together, and yeah, 2 down, 3 to go, so there you go. Now you can pick this up from bumbusbee.net. I'll put a link to their site in the description down below so you can check them out. You can also get these figures from bigbadtoystore.com, as always linked in the description down below so you can check that out as well. You can also check out the Dreamstar Toys Superion playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love Peace Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Dreamstar Toys Highdive, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek! Be proud! Palm in your face! Reporting for duty, sir. Another aerial bot. And you are? Skydive, sir. Hey, have you seen DoorDash? DoorDash? What's his name, Slingshot? No, why do you call him DoorDash? He runs errands for me. So, what can you do? Well, I'm one of the best aerial combatants around. Oh, yeah, okay, that's great, but, can you clean? I'm sorry, what?